you watching from so we could acknowledge you. Okay, so maybe you guys are from Canada or the Philippines, or so I know if are there any English speakers over here. Um,
Yes.
so we have Tita Malu. Do you have English, Tita?
Yes,
Are we
we
gonna
do.
do English? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So I might run out of blood. No, I'm kidding.
No, nose bleeding, all right? Okay.
Yeah. So anyhow, guys, I'm very grateful to be invited here. It's such an honor for me to share my story and for you to share your time. And I know time is very, very important, especially for everyone, especially nowadays. I think right now time is being valued, right? So in just a short minute span of time, I would say give me just your 30 to 45 minutes undivided attention, okay, because this information might change your life. So again, Tita Malu, Tita Divine, and all our titas there in Canada for arranging this call. Really grateful, guys. So just Tita, can you make me a co-host, please, so I could share my screen?
Done, Paul.
Um, yeah, there you go. So we're not complete strangers, guys. I would just like to introduce a bit of myself. But before that, I know most of you guys are very visual. So I want to share my presentation. So, guys, if you could see here, I thought I was going to be presenting at home because here in New Zealand, it is now Monday and it's a holiday. It's Easter Monday. Okay, so I'm at work, but I told the Tita Divine the show must go on, and this is my commitment to the team. And because not just because I'm already receiving the results I want, I will stop supporting. The support keeps going and keeps flowing. Okay, so there's only one thing that I could also request is have an open mind. An open mind for new skills, new opportunities, and new strategies, especially with our finances. Because I believe, guys, no, the only time that a parachute can work is when you open it. So, for example, if it's raining, the only time that you don't get wet is when you open an umbrella. So, the only time that we will be able to adapt new skills or new learnings is when you have an open mind. Okay. And we could also answer your questions later on. So, again, thank you so much. So, today, guys, our main objective is only for education and awareness. And it's not to get your money. Okay. It's not to get your money. But the thing is, if you find value here today, okay, go back to the person who's invited you and ask for more information and how you could get started. Okay. So fast forward, guys, I'm a nurse by profession. I've been living in New Zealand for almost 15 years now. Born and raised in the Philippines. But then I've been exposed to banking. So I was in banking for over 3-4 years from 2016 before hitting COVID. There, I've learned how to trade. I learned the macroeconomics. Learned about financial. Learned about risk management, investments, and everything. So I was learning for free while getting paid, right, in the bank. And then after COVID, I transitioned back to nursing because the banks got closed, and you know how most of us got affected with COVID, right? So I went back to my profession because it's COVID proof, the medical profession. But carrying with me the knowledge, the experience, and the learnings that I've learned in the bank. So then I started my journey with crypto and Forex. Okay. So I'm a trader, but fast forward, guys, like what I said, in trading, it's very risky, especially right now. Okay, there's no market structure that's happening because it's more of liquidity sweep. People are just getting swept out because of the global tensions. But before that, just disclaimer, we do not provide financial or investment advice. All content shared is for education and idea sharing only. Trading involves risk, and you should only trade the money you're willing to lose. Past results do not guarantee future outcomes, and income depends on market conditions and volatility. By participating, you accept full responsibility for your trading decisions. So, in short, guys, use your disposable cash. Use the money that you're willing to lose if you're you know, you want to participate. Okay, don't use your emergency fund, don't use your funds that are allocated in most important things. Okay, so can you guys see my screen?
Yes,
You
coach.
guys, okay, awesome, awesome, thank you, Tita.
Thank
So just these three powerful questions before we start. Okay, because I believe, guys, when we start ourselves with questions, then we could have an answer. Diba? And most people are challenged with this type of three questions. Number one, do you have a side income or side hustle? Okay, because as you can see right now, guys, since COVID, most people are already doing some side gigs. It's the gig economy. That's what they said. According to Forbes, a side hustle is the new job security. Because if you're still depending on one stream of income, guys, don't. You need to look for another stream of income because you really never know. So what I'm trying to say here, guys, is that you gotta dig your well before you're thirsty. Preparation is key. The most important time, especially right now, especially in finances, is not when you are having or facing financial difficulties, but right now when you aren't. Because right now, guys, if you started right now, you will thank yourself later that you have started doing something. May it not be this project we're about to show you, but at least do something that would create you another set of cash flow. Do you guys agree? Type a one, guys, if you agree, right? So if you have a side income or side hustle, that's great. Why not create more? And that is what we call diversification. So even Uncle Warren Buffett mentioned, guys, no, he said, do not depend on one stream of income. Create multiple sources, right? Don't put all eggs in one basket. Diversify them in different baskets. Okay, so that's good if you have side income, but why not create more? So creating more pipelines, right? So number two, if you don't have one, this question is, what if you lose your ability to earn tomorrow? May it be because of like this petrol crisis, like what's happening with the world right now, or cutting of jobs, AI, or even a mere fact that we could face an accident. I mean, not praying that that will happen to you, but what if? You know those what ifs, uncertain moments. For me, guys, 7 weeks ago, before I got introduced to Arbcore, this project, when you ask me the number two question, I would tell you I only have 2 months to survive with savings. With our increasing mortgage cost, bills, petrol, and everything, daycare services, everything, it's so difficult to save. Right? Who guys can feel me? So it's so difficult to save with using just one stream of income. Even me, me and my wife are already working full time. Okay, so it's really hard. It's really difficult right now. So that's why when my mentor asked me over in this opportunity, are you open to another stream? I said yes. Okay, as long if it will tick the box, my criteria, then yes. So it says here, opportunity doesn't happen, we create it. So here is just a bit of my own testimony on how Arbcore changed my life in just a split, what, 7 weeks of joining. I'm over 70 days old, guys, here in Arbcore. But I took a decision and to do it, and then just really took massive action. So in here, guys, if you could see me, I'm a healthcare worker. So this is my company. I've been banging on 144 hours a fortnight in every 2 weeks. This was my last payday, March 22. So that's over 70 plus hours because that is the reality here in New Zealand right now. I cannot blame the government. Why? I cannot blame my boss why I have a small rate. But what I can do is look for something because I'm in control of my own finances, right? Because if we keep complaining, blaming, and do nothing, then we're heading to nowhere, right? So even though I've been working those amount of hours, I could see in my paycheck that I pay more tax. So it doesn't make sense, right? And losing much time with my family, especially my 3-year-old daughter. Okay, so that was my very painful moment in where I needed to do something. I needed to change something That's why I took the decision to do Arbcore, okay, to do this project seriously because there's so much in the line, okay. So even me myself, guys, in my job, no, Sunday to Friday, 12 hours a day, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. When I leave the house, my daughter's still asleep. When I arrive home, 1 hour more, then my daughter will be asleep. So I don't really get to have much time with her. So, and I don't want to have or create that memories with her that, this is the moment that only, she's 3 years old or toddler, and we cannot bring those time back, right? So that's why that was so painful. And I said I needed to change something or look for something that would help me. Okay. Because, our families are very priceless, and especially those memories. So even during my breaks, like right now, I said to my colleague, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna use my break right now to do a presentation. During my nooks and crannies, sleep. You don't have to build like me, guys. This is just my urgency because I want to change something in my life. Fast forward, guys, 7 weeks now. This income with from just only my network volume, okay, in building my team or my team of customers and saying yes, this 1,530 and still running, has earned in 4 days. So which is averaging around 382 US dollar per day. So in the next 30 days, that's around 11,460 USDT or 20,000 New Zealand dollar. So right now, guys, I'm very thankful that my sponsor has never given up on me and just kept me from keep on going and showing me the vision. So fast forward, we're now earning 3 times more than my 77 hours per week full-time job, doing it just during my nooks and crannies of time. So by the end of the month, I am planning to send my boss a cut hour. So instead of working 6 days, I'll be just working 3 days because this has already been covered by Arbcore. Truly such a blessing, guys. So this opportunity may not be for you, but look at this. It could be an option. Having an extra stream of income from this can give you more options in life. But for us to understand that, guys, we need to understand this concept. So what is this concept? This concept is what we call the cash flow quadrant. And I know most of you guys has heard about this. This is what we call the active income, employee, self-employed. In where as an employee, you work, you earn dollars, hours for dollars. You have a boss. Self-employed, you own a job. However, your presence still depends on your income. Okay, so no work, no pay in here. However, in this side, as a business owner, you have a system. It's either you hire people to work your system or you duplicate your system. You teach people your system so that the system can grow and now can build you a leveraged income. Okay, and now as an investor as well, money works for you instead of just working for money. Now, most people are scared to jump on board in this side because why? It requires capital, it requires money, right? But over here they don't realize time. Time is being burnt over here because why? We're being taught of a system of what we call 40-40-40 plan, in where we um we work for 40 hours for 40 years of our life just to get 40% of our income once we retire, right? But over here, why don't we add another stream, right? Especially with Arbcore, I could show you that we have a system of business, and also how our core business makes you like an investor. Okay, so what is trading? So there are a lot of opportunities out there, guys. You have an affiliate business for products. You could do buy and sell of products. You could create your own product. But this is what I love with the financial market is through trading. And it is true, guys, that you could earn a huge amount in just split second or minutes if you know how to do it. But let me introduce you to trading. Trading is where you buy and sell of an asset or commodity to make a profit, which means you could trade currencies, commodities, gold, silver, platinum, or crude oil. So you could trade different types of different types of financial markets. You have forex, crypto stocks, or indices. So with the financial markets, guys, you have what we call the forex market, the digital currency, and stock market. So when you see forex, guys, that's foreign exchange. That's $7.5 trillion daily profit. So that's the reason why a lot of people are really doing day trading right now. That's why there are 10 million plus people around the world doing it in just their phones, anywhere, flexible. However, it requires skill, it requires time as well, and also your presence. Um, the only thing is just limited because it's only trading 5 days a week. Okay, compared to cryptocurrency, guys, with cryptocurrency, it's still 20 less than 20 years old. Okay, and it's been achieving only still $1 trillion market cap, which has still have a huge room for growth. The only thing compared to before, most people say, oh, crypto, Bitcoin, USDT, those are scams, right? But right now, guys, it's globally accepted form of payment. So now, lastly, is the stock market. With stock market, guys, this is where you buy your shares from public traded companies or private owned companies. Like say you have your Nvidia, Apple, Google, Facebook, those type Tesla, those type of industries. So what I always mention here, guys, is diversify. If you're already doing forex, then make sure you diversify in other platforms. Because why? Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, learn how to diversify. So I do forex myself, guys, but then I also diversified in crypto, and also now because of my earnings, I could also now diversify with stock market, right? So, but we will focus with cryptocurrency. Why? I know this person has been very controversial for the past few weeks, okay, because of what's happening around the world. But then here's the thing, guys. Take a serious look with this. This person has just signed the first major federal cryptocurrency bill into law because he wants to legalize cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin. He wants to legalize and create a federal reserve of Bitcoin in the US. So, which means a lot of people already now holding crypto, not just ordinary people, but people just like him, the elites, and even governments. So, don't quote me on this, but take a look at this guy. He's already a billionaire or a rich, wealthy person, and also one of the most powerful person in the world. But then he still believes with crypto. Okay, so even here you would see who are the top crypto holders. You have Satoshi's wallets, Coinbase, BlackRock. If you would search, BlackRock is one of the biggest financial companies. Fidelity, the U.S. government. See, that is their holdings of cryptocurrency at the moment for 2026, and also the Chinese government, right? And also other government guys. So if you would see, more and more people are really, or even big companies are really holding crypto right now, right? So in here, guys, we will expose you what types of trading strategy to use. So if you guys have heard of spot trading, okay, and futures trading, this is what I call your high reward, okay, but then high risk. Okay, it is always directly proportional. If you want a high reward, then you need to accept the high risk. Okay, but with arbitrage, okay, it's a low risk, okay, which means a low reward but consistent reward. Okay, meaning consistent reward. Now with spot trading, how do you do that? With spot trading, guys, you buy an asset at a cheaper price, and then you wait for the price to go up, and then you sell there. But most of the time, guys, the price goes inversely, which means it has the possibility to go down or inverse. That's the reason why even though it's spot trading, it can also experience massive drawdown, okay, and can be liquidated because the prices are being traded through directional movement, speculation, and most of the time as well with futures trading. So if you're a live trader here, day trader, that is what we're doing, forex or futures trading, in where if you see a market bullish market structure, you're gonna buy, but if you see a bearish market structure, you're gonna sell. So most of the time, guys, it always inverses, right? Because that's how the market moves. So it's very high risk, but then you could get high reward. However, it always inverses, okay, and has the high possibility of liquidation. So I understand most of us here have experienced those losses, those wipe out of accounts, because that's part of the game. That's part of the industry we went in. Now, let me ask you, are you guys tired of losing money in trading? Okay? If not, you want you want to keep charging it your tuition fee, or you want to donate your money in the market, then continue to do so. Right? But for me and my community, I said I need to take the chance right now to develop another strategy, or to move them to a different strategy, because I hate people losing. I want all our people winning. So when I move to arbitrage, guys, I would tell you more and more people are winning, even though it's a low risk, which means low reward, but consistent profits. I'm not into a one time big time millionaire. I want to experience that compounding. You could always start small, compound, and continuously win. Consistency is better than intensity. Do you guys agree? So consistency is better than intensity. So how does this arbitrage work? So arbitrage has no market speculation, no market direction, and no market exposure. Okay? What it does, guys, is that you bought an asset, okay, on a cheaper price in a different exchange, and then sold it in a higher price on a different exchange. So literally, guys, it's like a buy and sell. It's, for example, I bought a car um over here in exchange A, and then I add value, and then I sold it in exchange B. Okay, or in shop B. Okay, so it's very low risk because we have no market exposure, but then consistent profits. So I would say arbitrage is a better strategy, especially if if you are already tired of losing money, especially in trading. Okay, so what is crypto arbitrage? So crypto arbitrage, guys, is a trading strategy that profits from price difference of the same cryptocurrency across different exchanges. So you're not predicting price direction, you're exploiting market inefficiencies. Arbitrage traders buy where the price is lower and sell where the price is higher, capturing the difference. So just for example here, we have this exchanges. Okay, think about this as your online shop for cryptocurrencies. So you have the BitGet over here, in where you could purchase US Bitcoin. So you can buy Bitcoin here, which is the price is 66,988, and then you transfer to Binance, because the price there, as you can see here, is 67,899. So the difference of that is your profit. Okay, so you buy low of the Bitcoin price, and then you go look for another exchange, and then sold it on a higher price. So the difference is the profit. Okay, as simple as that, guys. Most traders right now lose money, like what I mentioned, because we heavily rely on prediction, emotion, and market direction. But with arbitrage, it's market neutral. The more volatile the asset is, the best for arbitrage, because there are a lot of market orders, no liquidation risk, and less emotional stress. So even Binance Academy, I don't know if you've heard of Binance, but even by Binance Academy, they are already teaching arbitrage trading, because they know how volatile the market is right now. How many people, or how many times have you seen in the news liquidated? Okay, the markets are liquidated right now. Like almost 2 weeks ago, right now, stocks have been liquidated 2.3 trillion. Gold have been liquidated as well, because you would see the market dump and pump, right? So even Bitcoin cryptocurrency, they've been liquidated, those holders. But us, we're not worried about that, because we only buy and sell, okay, from two different places. So it's like having what we call that, a sari sari store business. You bought some stocks for your store, and then just add some pricing on that, on top of it, and then the difference is your profit. Even Investopedia, guys, go search in Google. They're already teaching arbitrage strategy. And even coinmarketcap.com, the official website for crypto traders as well, to get information for every coin or exchanges. Even this, they said how to benefit from crypto arbitrage. It's being taught even 4 years ago. Okay, so which means it's already there, but it lacks the exposure, because most people are too hyped up trading futures and spot. Okay, especially futures, because they will always say, "Oh, I made $6,000 in 1 hour or 2 hours," right? But then here's the thing: you also have the possibility to lose that money, because live trading, is a double-edged sword, right? So, um, I would rather have consistency than intensity. Okay. Now, you guys can do also manual arbitrage. Okay, however, here's the thing, it's very complex and demanding. Why? Because you need to manually scan the exchanges. You need to look for what exchange has the cheapest price and what exchange has the highest price. And you need to be quick because the price can change as well. So those are the risks with manual arbitrage. Because you would say, what are the risks, coach? It's so impossible that there's zero risk. Yes, there is a risk, but it's limited, it's controlled. The risks are you need to look for those exchanges. And also, you need to be quick because it's high frequency. Okay? So just for an example, in crypto coinmarketcap.com, we have over 300 exchanges that you need to look for to find where is the cheapest price and highest price. That's why it's very complex and demanding as well. But the good thing, guys, here is we have a solution. We have a solution. Don't worry, because here with Arbcore, we have created an automated market scanner in where our automated market scanner scans the market with exchanges where is the cheapest price and where is the highest price. You don't need to do anything because that is what AI is created for, right? If we are scared or fearful because AI might take us off our job or we might lose our job because of AI, in here we can leverage AI to make us more money. Okay, in automation, set and forget. That's the first feature. The second feature, guys, is it only executes a verifiable, profitable spread before execution. What does that mean? Which means if the exchanges, because in the exchange, guys, it has cost. You have transfer cost, um, swap fees, spread costs, slippage. So if these expenses is higher than the profit that is known to be, our AI is instructed not to execute. That's why sometimes you will see some delays in your payouts because AI has been instructed by human, by our developers. Okay, same like with ChatGPT. I don't know if you guys have tried ChatGPT. The only time ChatGPT will function is when you when a human gives it an instruction, right? So same thing here. And this is the best thing because why? It prioritizes capital protection, our hard-earned money. Okay? So basically, who is this company? How did they create this? Okay, why is it so amazing? Because number one, there's already an automated market scanner who scans us the exchanges. Okay, we don't need to do it manually. Number two, there's an instruction that you cannot execute if the expenses are more than the profit. How did they do that? Because Arbcore Capital, which is our company, um, is a brand operated by 99 Capital Co. Limited that focuses on quantitative trading, matrix arbitrage systems, blockchain infrastructure, and financial technology solutions, which means this project has been done with trialed for the past 7 years before doing their pre-launch. This organization combines advanced algorithm trading strategies with blockchain security architecture to deliver systematic technology-driven financial solutions. So in short, guys, they're the best in quantitative trading, matrix arbitrage systems, blockchain infrastructure, and financial technology solutions. So this is our registered office, which is in Guangdong Province, China. This is the name of the company, registration number, and the date incorporated that we started our pre-launch of the project is October 20, 2025. Okay. Now, who is the person or people or team of people behind this? His name is Evgeny Levin. He's one of the smartest but most humble person I've ever known. He is based in Russia, but then his background is he is a coordinator financial core, matrix arbitrage module, and smart contract security audit. He has had over since 10 years of experience in cryptocurrency. Okay, so he is best in blockchain architecture, cryptographic algorithms. In short, guys, that is his forte. Okay, he does not aim to build a network marketing business or affiliate business. His business is really to provide service in the financial markets, especially using automated arbitrage. Okay, so even how legal the company is, even though they paid for legalities or registrations, guys, I need to verify all trades. So to see a verification, guys, is that you need to check what we call a TXID. So when you say TXID, it's like an invoice. So I will walk you through some parts of our website. Okay, so especially the proof that our company is making money through arbitrage trading and not just making money through referrals. Because this is the number one question that people are asking. Oh, coach or Sir Van, maybe this company is just making profits because of the new people coming in through a referral based system. I said no. We are not just a referral based system. Even you don't refer people, okay? The company is making money because of the arbitrage. So when you put your money, okay, so my capital I started with 250, now it's 7,000. I added because why? Because if you understand the system, you understand the strategy, okay, so that is what we call smarter risk decisions, right? So it will be grouped into cluster of $50,000 and then used as a capital to be traded through arbitrage. The first 14 hours, guys, the first 14 hours, the profits generated there are for the end users. The next 10 hours, guys, that is for the company. Okay, that's for the company. So the company can still make money and still can continue their operations. Okay, so if you could see here, um, sorry, if you could see here, I'm just gonna, yeah, all reports. So if you would see here, the company has already had $17.7 million worth of balance being used for arbitrage. So they already earned 10.6 US dollars USDT. Okay. So in here, if you would see that the income partner 551,000, this is being paid to all our end users depending on what type of asset they come in with. The income ARB, this is being paid for our VIP clients who has 100,000 US dollars that they put on a single asset. Okay, and then the marketing that came from our arbitrage profits. So it's all here. Okay, marketing because we have an affiliate side as well, but it's optional. And then we there's still some amount processing, and then the remaining is over here. So which means the company is on profit. That's why they could create more assets to be used for arbitrage. Okay. Now the question is, how do you validate that there is a real transaction? So I will click arbitrage, guys. If you would see this over here, I would go at the latest. Okay, which is further down. So let's say, for example, this one. It says buy 50,000 USDT to TXID Max or TXID in profit. Okay, if I click that one, guys, you would see here ton viewer. Okay, because in the blockchain, any transaction that happens in the blockchain has an invoice or what we call a transaction ID because it's publicly shown, di ba? So in here, guys, I'll open the official website of Ton Viewer blockchain. So similarly to your bank, if you do a transaction, it will be listed there. So you have a transaction history in your bank. So same thing here, the Ton Viewer blockchain, all the address or name or transaction are listed here for further reference. So if I would go back with the link that I've clicked, it says here confirm transaction. Okay, you'd see here the date. So if I click this one, from this C to the end, this is what you call that transaction hash. Okay, transaction hash. So if I would click blockchain analysis, because some people may say, what if that is just a screenshot? And most of software developers right now are very advanced. Yes, they could create this one over here, but what if these links are linked to only a screenshot and not an official transaction? So I would be going here, guys, to the official. This is the official website of Ton Viewer blockchain. If you could see here, see number one, Explorer in Ton app. Okay, so it's in there. So we will see if this link it has been registered as a real transaction in the TonViewer blockchain. So if I click that one, I click find, guys. If it still shows up, see, there you go. It showed up, which means that is a real transaction. Okay, again, we'll do another one because maybe Coach Van, you just um use another can you use another transaction? Okay. So let's say here Bybit. Okay. So with Bybit, we'll click that one, and then we'll click the transaction hash, copy, okay, and then we'll go open the official so TAN viewer blockchain analysis. Paste. So see here. So which means it's listed in the official TAN viewer blockchain. So there is a real transaction that happened. Okay. So moving further, guys, we have different of types of asset that you could choose. You could choose with what we call USDT, BNB, Solana, ETH, or BTC. Now, depending on what asset you want, will depend on the percentage of your results. Okay. So in here, the average of Tether, you have Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, BNB. Back then, we always start ourselves with Tether, but right now, people are winning more in Ethereum and Bitcoin. Okay. So even though those are very volatile, with Tether, it's stable. It's connected to our US dollar fiat currency. But with Ether and Bitcoin, it is now going back to rise. Okay, which means we could make more in there. Okay, and as you can see here, guys, I know it's very tiny, but you could see here you have your Tether only 1.21%. Okay, daily. Solana 1.24, BNB 1.47, Bitcoin is 4.42%, Ethereum is 3.06% daily returns. Okay, so and we have the minimum buy-in. So with Ethereum, guys, the minimum buy-in is around $1,000 as well. With Bitcoin, it's around 3,350. But with USDT, it's only $50. But at least it's where you can start. But if you really want to earn significant amount, then I would suggest Ethereum, Bitcoin. Now, if you can see this blue type over here, guys, this is for our VIP program, which we call our Pro. If you could put 100,000 US dollars in one of the assets, in one single asset, you make much more. I think more than double. Okay, but as a start, to check how it goes, how the run flows, then start over here. Okay. Now let's pick on USDT. Like what I mentioned, your smart contract of $50 that will make you average 1% daily, which is 0.50 daily. Is it significant? Yes or no? No, right? 50 cents can do nothing, right? But it is something. Okay? So with USDT, you need to earn a total of $10 for you to kick in a payout, an auto withdrawal, what we call it. So you will take every 20 days, you will get a payout. So it will run up to 250% contract, which means if 1% per day, around 250 days, which is around 8 months, right? Around 8 months. So your $50 will be 125, which means you've already earned 150% profit, which means the 250 is 100% your capital plus 150 profit, a total of 125. Now, if you started 100, that is $1 per day. Every 10 days, you get a profit. So for me, in the beginning, guys, I started with 250, but I said, oh, it, I kept waiting every 5 days. So it took me 10 days to really finally see. Then I started with 1,000. I topped up. So now I'm getting $10 per day. But I said it's too small. It's not enough to help pay the expenses. So I added. Okay, so now you could see there 7,000. But now with that 7,000, guys, because of now we have different assets that provides more results, then I just diversified. Okay, but at least, guys, if you're really serious with this and you want a daily pay and experience that, at least start with $1,000. So which means in the next 250 days or 8 months, you will get a total of $2,500 through the arbitrage trading profits. Okay, so that's why I challenged myself. I told myself, if in the bank to get the same returns of $1,000 in Arbcore, I needed to put $121,000 US dollars because the interest rate is 3% per annum. So I thought about myself, is it worth it? 121,000. Where can I how could I save that money? Right? So I just used what 1,000 to get the $10 per day, right? Now, if you've started with us with March 1, you guys are already enjoying the profits passively. Set and forget automation direct to your wallet. Okay? So we received a total 34.55% returns in just 1 month, in the month of March. So if you started with $100, that's 34.55. With 1,000, that's 345.50. So my 7,000, I made $2,418.50. Okay, and that's 7,000 that I placed on. Now, most people has experienced USDT, but now they when we saw the computation of returns with the same amount of buy-ins through USDT, they saw the difference of results. So now some people are using Ethereum instead of just USDT, and some most in Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has more than, which is around 4.23%. So if you could see here, if you're still not part of Arbcore Philippines, please add yourself or ask the person who invited you here today so you could see the results of some of our partners. So over here you have Filipinos, guys. Imagine it was very heartfelt because they started the same $1,000 in Ethereum instead of just USDT. In 6 days, right? In 6 days, they made 12,000 pesos in 6 days. See? 6 days, 12,000 pesos. What is 12,000 pesos in them in the Philippines in 6 days? Okay? Divided by six, that is more than the average wage of a person. So even someone joked here, I think I need to sell my kidney for me to get in Ethereum. So it's just they're just kidding over there. But we have people who already received their second ETH withdrawal, and then here, someone showing their first payout of Ethereum. Okay, so that's why we transitions ourselves with Ethereum. So let me show you the plan. Okay, guys, tell me if you're getting bored. Are you guys getting bored? I cannot see. Do you have
Oh,
any questions?
guys, if you have
No.
any questions, please type on
Want
the
me to
chat.
keep going?
Everything is good. Very interesting, coach. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome.
Coach,
Right.
Clear, very
I have a
clear.
question.
Yep, sure.
For those people that are joined in the Philippines, how do we withdraw their money?
Yes, very great question, Tita. So in the Philippines, they just put their money back to their exchange wallet, whatever wallet they put in. So we use OKX, BitGet, Binance. And then from their exchange wallet, there is what we call payment processing back to their bank accounts or Paymaya or GCash. So we have
Ah,
people, coaches,
okay.
yes. So tayo, Tita, I mean, sorry, us here, it's
Mhm.
an answered prayer, because instead of me sending money literally to support my family, now I put it in Arbcore, and in Arbcore, um to their Gcash, because in Gcash there in the Philippines they have what we call G crypto. So they receive the crypto and then transfer it to Philippine peso, and one USDT is 60 pesos, tita. Right?
Mm.
Yes. So instead of me sending that $1,000 to them to support them, I just put it in Arbcore. So the Arbcore is supporting them now.
Okay. And then the Abcor through the GCash, what you mean?
Yes
Or
po.
through,
So
oh,
Arbcore, you could send it to BitGet or Arbcore through the Gcash, because Gcash has now G Crypto. They have a crypto platform now.
for the GCash.
Yes, yes po.
Oh, oh, good to know
Yes.
about that.
Yes
I
po.
will.
We could also help you set up those ones. We have a lot of
Mhm.
coaches now from Philippines. They're really striving hard. You know how hard money is in the Philippines, but they
Yeah.
put it here with Arbcore, and now they're already receiving such rewards. Imagine the buy-in of ETH is 60,000 pesos, but in just 2 months they will get the 250% returns of 60,000 pesos. So that's why they're very blessed and happy that we shared the opportunity to them back home.
Oh, thank you for the explanation about that so that I can tell those people that from Philippines.
Yes po, yes. And that's our plan. So anyway, guys, carrying on. So if you could see here the difference of Ethereum and USDT, and if you plan to maximize the system, I for myself, why try it with $50? Guys, we already tried it. So we already tried it. So now is your turn to really maximize it. So if you plan to use 1,000 USDT, instead of putting 1,000 USDT in the USDT asset, earning 1% daily, that's only $10 USDT. So which means, if Ethereum naman, zero point 0.5 minimum Ethereum to participate with the Ethereum plan, that is 1,020 USDT. A little difference, but the daily return of Ethereum is 3.06, which means the daily earnings is 0.0153, which is 28 to 29. But the minimum withdrawal is zero point 0.1 ETH, which means people who are in ETH will only earn their $200 in every 6 7 days. Okay? But however, if you would see the comparison, if you put 1,000 in ETH instead of USDT, your USDT in 7 days would only earn you $70, but your 1,000 in ETH will earn you 200 in 6 to 7 days. Okay, so
Wow.
if you would do the math, where is better? If you put your 1,000 USDT or Ethereum, right? So that's the reason why we have now transitioned from USDT to just doing Ethereum. Okay? So you same capital but different results, guys. So either you choose growth or flexibility. Okay? But I will share you my presentation today, guys. Don't worry. I will share you everything. So now here's the thing. Bitcoin. Because with Bitcoin, this is the top one cryptocurrency. Okay? And this is where Trump, the Chinese government, the top financial markets are holding their assets with Bitcoin. Now, for you to participate with Bitcoin, if you have a bit of extra, don't force it, guys. But if you have a bit of extra to participate, the minimum to participate is 0.05 BTC, meaning that's around 3,350 US dollars. Now, the capital of 3,350, if you put it in USDT, 1% earning, that's $33.50. That right? So now, if you would see BTC, the daily return is 4.23%. So that is around 0.002115 BTC, around $134, okay, per day. However, it will not trigger a minimum withdrawal until it is a total of 0.01 or 670, which means you will need to wait for 5 days to earn the 670. But here, if you would see the difference, okay, with BTC and USDT, in BTC, for you to earn the 5 day withdrawal is 670 in every 5 days. But with USDT, your 3350 times 5 days is only $167.50. So where do you rather put your 33,350 in USDT or BTC? Right? So I would rather choose BTC because it's gaining me 670 every 5 days compared to USDT na $167.50. So again, you work smarter with your capital. Either you choose growth or flexibility. But at the end of the day, it's your decision, guys. Where do you want to put it? But for me, for a smart plan, I'd rather choose, if you still don't, with Bitcoin, start with ETH. At least the same 1,000, but you would see the growth of your 1,000 in ETH faster, quicker than USDT. Okay? So, here with our Pro, um that is just sorry guys, that is error. But with our Pro, you get 8.23%. So if you have 100,000 or know someone, so that is 8,000 per day. But we could talk about this next time. So but over here with ETH palang and BTC, it's already a win for everyone. So the best thing I like about this, guys, is that we have a 30 days worry free, because um after 30 days, if your capital is locked in. So I'm giving a disclaimer here. Use the money that you're not gonna be using within 30 days, because if you use that, guys, it's gonna be a big problem. Okay, because it's locked in for 30 days. It's like a time deposit. Okay, but after 30 days, you could cancel. You could do an early termination. So how does that early termination work? So for me, I've already surpassed 30 days. I could terminate my contracts. But why would I do that? I'll be wasting my 250% opportunity return, right? So, but if let's say you want to early terminate rate for the 30 days, whatever profit you earn, less your capital, that is what they will refund you. Okay? So let's say you started with what 1,000, after 30 days you profited 300. So they will just refund you 700, which means they will give you 100% back. But within the 30 days it's locked in. It's just like a term deposit in the bank. Okay? So guys, in here very quickly na for affiliate program, this is optional, not essential. So from sharing, you know that if you had a good experience, and I always recommend to people, try a couple of days, a couple of weeks, how your arbitrage profits work on automation. Because if you receive that every day in your wallet, you feel excited and you feel that you have a great experience and you would share it to other people because it's such a blessing, right? So from sharing, then you could turn it into earning. So most people don't realize that you're already sharing stuff. Like say you recommend a good movie or shared a favorite restaurant or post above products that you love, maybe a hair care, shampoo, facial. And what we do, we tell friends and family, but what we don't know is that we're promoting these services and products for free and we're not getting rewarded. But here with Arbcore, guys, they use this marketing strategy, what we call the referral-based system, word of mouth, but using your own experience. So it's very impossible to share to other people if you yourself haven't experienced your Arbcore trading strategy in automation, right? But then we get rewarded. So you could share a platform that you believe in, help others discover AI crypto opportunities, and earn from referrals. So, like what I mentioned, it's optional and not required. If you don't want to refer people, you don't want to build a team, it's okay. Just with the arbitrage profits, if you're contented and happy with that, then that's great. But for me, guys, anything of a good thing, I share it. Okay? Anything of a good it, I share it to people and then I leave it to them. You're already promoting every day. Now we could have the ability to get paid for it. So we have three types of earning here. First is our direct referral. You earn 5% direct bonus. No more left, no more right, no more payment of upfront cost, no more subscription fees. So any person who sign up in your affiliate link, you get 5% for every deposit they put in. Not to deduct from their deposit, but as a reward from the company. That's why if you saw the profits of arbitrage from the company's fund, okay, they have an allocated fund just for marketing alone. Okay? So if you have a person who deposited with 500 and then later on they decided to take on a daily withdrawal, they top up with 500, you get another deposit, another 5% referral. So secondly, this is our network volume. Okay, but before that, I want to show you guys my back office because I'm very transparent and I want to show people the possibility and I don't want to limit your options and limit your opportunities. So I'm just gonna sign in over here. Okay, sign in. Sorry guys if I I talk too much or because I don't wanna um save a lot of information. I just want to share everything to you guys. So in here, if you would see this, my signed up personal partners is 32 people. Okay, with a total of 44,000. In the beginning, when we first started, they signed up only with 1,000. Now they topped up. Most of them are already 10,000 in volume, 10,000 in smart capital. Some people has already topped up now 5,000, 4,900, 2,100. So it's increasing, guys. And this is this is a best example that you build the business once but get paid over and over and over. Which means I only present once, I invite you once, but I get paid multiple times. Right? So this is what you call passive. Diba? So in total, I already earned 2,198 from the 5% of the total of my partner's deposits. Okay, so that is the power of your affiliate bonus. Now, next is what we call the network volume program or what I call the leadership matching program. Why I call leadership matching? Because as a leader, you need to influence at least two people. If you unlock the bronze rank, okay, you become bronze rank, you sign up at least two people, now you could get 10% from the profits of your downlines. Not to deduct again from them, but you earn profits match. So let's say, for example, this by the way is called 2 by 2 matrix. So this is your first level, your second level, and third level. So every time your downline customers earn their profits of whatever asset, you get a 10% match. Okay? And the best thing here, guys, no, is that you just position yourself. This is what we call a spillover volume, auto fill. When you say an auto fill, the company fills from left to right, top to bottom, which means there's a high possibility by just positioning early right now, okay, whatever we do, we put on, or our uplines does, it will fill up your tree as well. Okay, so how does this work? So let's say, for example, you have an accumulated volume here of $5,000. The 1% of that is your network volume profit. So because you're now a bronze, $50 times 10%, that's $5 a day. So every 2 days, you earn $10. Now you could withdraw that. Okay, you could withdraw that because every $10 triggered, you could withdraw manually with network volume. Now, the question is how to become a bronze. For you to become a bronze, guys, all you need to do is have a personal deposit of 250. This 250, guys, like what I said, that is yours. Okay, that's your working capital. You make 1% of that average depending on what asset you put in. Okay, but if you're really serious, at least start with 1,000. Put it in ETH. Okay, and if you're really, really serious, start at least with BTC. Okay, so with bronze rank, guys, you unlock up to level 3 and up to 14 partners. Now, what if, because of Coach Van's hard work and the company's hard work, our upline's hard work, you have created or teams just auto-fill down your network by just positioning. Now you have 100 partners. You cannot get a matching volume because you're still stuck with bronze. Now you need to fulfill to silver, which means you need to have $1,000 personal deposit and a total volume partners of 2,500. Okay, um, of their volume. So if I could show you this, guys, in my back office, I have only a personal sign up of 32 people, right? And the best thing that I love about this company is the autofill feature, is the 2 by 2 matrix, which means it will autofill. So the earlier you position yourself, more people will come down under your tree. So now, guys, look at this. It's reached 228,000. Now 243 partners. Okay, 243 partners. And I've only personally signed up 32 people. And I've computed this, guys, 1,547. So this is running day 5. Okay, day 5. So 5 days divided by 1,547, that's around roughly around 320 or $300, let's say, USD. And for us here in New Zealand, that is a big amount of cash already because we're earning US dollars, converting it to New Zealand dollars. Okay. So that's how it works. And not just that, guys, we could also earn this 2% program or what we call cashback bonus. So every time you earn the network volume, you accumulate that network volume, you also accumulate this cashback bonus. So over here, if I click the cashback bonus, you would see here all those cashback bonus that we have already collected. So the next target would be 250,000 to earn 5,000. So I know Tita Divine has already reached I think over 20,000. So soon they will unlock the 25,000 cashback bonus. So and you just have to build. So for me, early placement is early placement or smart positioning is key, but not until if you really also build this business with us. Okay? And lastly, I know some of you guys really want to go in this Montenegro trip, but now it has changed because it's very, very competitive. So top 160 affiliates by June 10, 2026. They get to a 7-day all expense paid trip. The number one right now, guys, is a Filipino based in US. Okay? He has made 680,000 worth of direct deposits. It's one of the downlines of Sir Paul. We also have this Arbro Boost program in where you get to participate in our high percentage without needing the 100,000 deposit. It only opens in 4 quarters. So the first quarter, we were able to participate with ETH. Okay, we signed in just with the minimum. So if you have 1,000 US dollars that you signed up with the Arbro Boost program, so the company opens this opportunity for us every quarter. Think about it as dividends. Okay, think about it as dividends every quarter, end of quarter. Okay, so they were able to get 1,345 partners who participated with this. Okay? So which means you are now part of here without the need of $100,000 in one asset. So take note of this opening on June. Okay? July, August, June, September, and December. So don't miss out in the next three quarter and promo. Okay, so lastly, guys, the heart of Arbcore is really our passive arbitrage trading. Nothing more, nothing less. With this alone, you already can make a very sustainable and significant profit for you, but we need capital. Because with $50 capital is not significant, right? It's just cents. But if you have capital, then with this alone, buhay ka na. You can survive already. You could use it somewhere else. But if you want to build the business, which is our active income, it's like, again, it's optional but not essential. You have your 5% direct bonus, 10% network commission, and 2% cashback. Okay. So if you're ready, guys, we have this simple process. Go back to the person who's invited yourself here today. Sign up with their affiliate link. Top up using an exchange. If you're in Canada, Tita Divine, Tita Malu can assist as well. And in Philippines, we could also assist you. If you're here, Australia, New Zealand, we could assist you. If you have someone else there in Europe, we could assist you. So we were able to touch different areas because we have customers, existing customers in over 7 continents na po. And then click activate. Okay? And then auto trading. So like Bitcoin, guys, before I end this presentation, like Bitcoin, most people has doubted Bitcoin when was presented first to them. Okay, they say, oh, it's a scam. Oh no, that's you would just lose money. But look at the price of Bitcoin right now. If you just partnered with Bitcoin many years ago, well, that was only 20 years ago. Okay, you'd be one of those crypto millionaires now. Okay, or let's say you partnered with Apple when it first released, or let's say just 20 years ago. $1,000 on Apple stocks 20 years ago now would be already almost a half a million. See, guys, early positioning, quick decision making, okay, is key in the financial markets. Okay. However, guys, ito, I'll leave you to this. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago because by now we should all be enjoying the shade or the fruits of the tree. But you know what? Sometimes we miss opportunities. Sometimes we're very silly to say yes right away, or we overthink. That's what we call analysis paralysis, right? But you know what, guys? When is the second best time? And the second best time is now, because we can change the trajectory of our path in the next what 60, 90 days, just like how it changed mine in the past 70 days. So with Warren Buffett, he said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, we will work until we expire. So again, don't miss this first waves of pioneers. We're still very early in the market, guys. Not a lot of people has heard about us. We're still a ground floor opportunity. If before you join an opportunity that you already last, you're at the bottom. Now this is an opportunity that you are the first. Okay? So if you join now, you're one of the first here in these levels. But if you join later, it's okay. At least you still join. However, you're already here at the bottom. Okay? That's why Jack Ma said, he's the CEO of Alibaba. Don't try to be the best. Just be the first. And I know, guys, we have been hurt. We have been burnt, okay, with a lot of opportunities out there. Okay? And most people, they already given up. But they don't know how close. See, how close is it to that winning piece? And one of my mentors mentioned, you only need one big win to wipe all those losses. That's why you never know how close you are. Never, ever, ever give up on your dreams. Imagine to those people, successful people, who has just given up because they tried but failed. They tried but failed. They tried but failed. For me right now, guys, as long as I have breath in my nostrils, I will try whatever opportunity will be handed to me over there. Okay? So, and also, lastly, for you guys already partnered with us, if you doubt it, if you're still doubting it, don't do it. Okay, if you're still doubting it, don't do it. But if you do it, then don't doubt it. Okay, because you will receive what we call the perfect opportunity that is about to come in your hands. So anyway, guys, that is for me right here. And thank you so much for your patience in listening. This is a bit quite a presentation, but I really want to add value to each and every one of you guys tonight. So thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much, Coach Van. I appreciate all the time. It's just your break at work, but still you spend it for us, to us, okay, with us. Sorry. Thank you so much again, everyone. If you guys have a question, maybe Coach Van has to go back to work now. We can answer them. Coach Janice is here as well. We can thank you, Coach, so much. Okay. Well, chat later. Okay. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank
Amazing. Thank you
you.
very much, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. If you have a questions, we can still answer them.
That's right. Coach Janice is also here. Right. Hello,
Yes.
Coach Janice.
Coach Janice, are you there?
Yeah, I can
Hello,
see you.
everyone. Thank you for joining today.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you
So,
hello. My name is Jocelyn. Yung question ko kay Sis Divine kanina na how to how to move from USDT to